Hi, this is Sri from Tech Talks AI. Welcome to the Arduino series, where we take from simple Arduino projects to AI-driven autonomous robotic projects. Let's look at the demo of this car. This is a simplified version of the Arduino robotic car than the one that we saw in the last video. Let's watch. See how is it reacting, how quickly it is reacting. Do you see? Have you noticed we have eliminated the servo motor and the unnecessary extra wiring and the power consumption, because the car itself can move left and right to see the safer position to move, to decide which direction to move. And we have also made this react faster. Chassis is 3D printed in our in-house facility of our Maker Lab, and all our robotic workshop students get such a kit where you don't need to use nuts and bolts to fix the motor and the board, etc. All are press fit. Okay, so let's take a look at the motor here. So here on the front, we have the ultrasonic sensor fitted directly to the chassis. See this? And then, like I said before, these BO motors are just press fit into its slot. Okay, both sides, and the Arduino board slides into its slot. Same is the case with the power module, and connection we will see when we look at the code. Okay. So here is the code. If you need the code, please come via the comment section. I will add it in the description. Okay, so here the connections, these connections are similar to the last project. This is the driver motor, and we have left and right. So this is the driver board. We have left and right motors, which are connected to corresponding motor outs. If the direction is wrong, you can just switch them here also. Okay, then it has the power input, which can go up to 12 volts, and we are giving 7.4 volt from the two lithium 18650 cells. And the ground is also connected to the lithium cell, but the Arduino is also powered with the same serial. This is also connected to V-in pin of the Arduino. So we are not using the barrel jack of the Arduino. Clear? So if you see, the Arduino has no power connection. Power comes from the V-in pin. V-in pin, that is this side. Okay. Then comes enable A. So this is going to enable A, and enable B is the last pin. Then we have in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4. They're all these connections. Clear? That is how the driver gets connected to the Arduino board. Straightforward. So actually, we have greatly simplified the assembly of this Arduino project, and still the car works equally well without using a servo motor. Okay, that is the idea. Then comes the ultrasonic sensor, and the trigger and the echo pins are connected to the ultrasonic sensor. So that completed the entire connection of the Arduino circuit. But later, we will see what more we can add without making it too complicated. Biggest problem we face with our students is for the initial projects or for the first project, if the wiring is simpler and the performance is equally good it works much better in satisfaction and getting the car working in your first attempts. Because the jumper wires, etc., can be loose, there can be loose connection, and there can be wrong connection. So if connections are less, chances of getting a loose connection or a wrong connection, probability also reduces. Then comes the base speed and the trim speed. We saw that initially we need to balance the left and right motors so that the car reasonably goes straight. And we also have the reverse speed defined here. And safe distance is defined as 22. Okay. And this is same as before, near count. So it will detect the obstacle twice to avoid noise. This is the set motor function and stop function, which will call the set motor with 0, 0. And reverse brief, we call again set motor with reverse speed on equal reverse speed on both the left and right motors. Okay. And then we stop. Set motor is the common motor control function which can control left and right motors. And these small functions are using that main function, set motor. Then this is the read distance function. And here is the utility loop to get the stable distance. And here we have added a micro delta movement function just to give it a robotic feel. So here we have the scan left and scan right function, which will, instead of moving the servo motor, which we don't have in this project, we move the car to the left, car to the right, while obtaining the distance. And here, after deciding whether to move left or right, these functions get called commit left and commit right. And this is set up like before, but let's look at the loop. And this loop runs forever. So it gets the front straight distance at start. If the obstacle distance is extremely close, it'll reverse briefly. Okay. Otherwise, if it is greater than 35, it'll begin gradually reducing the speed as obstacle approaches. So this is a new function that we have added. So instead of suddenly stopping, it'll reduce the speed. And if the path is clear, it'll set the motor to base speed. So car will move forward at the base speed. If the distance is less than the safe distance, we increase the near count. And if near count is greater than or equal to near required, which is 2, it'll begin the operation. It'll scan, it'll reverse little and scan left, scan right, and then decide which direction to move. Well, if left has more space or right has more space, you'll pick that direction. That is it. But this is way simpler and way better functioning than the last video. What do you think? Give your valuable comments and ideas. See you in the next video tomorrow. Bye-bye. Tech doesn't have to be confusing. Mentor Expert gives you dedicated one-on-one mentorship, clear explanations, and expert support tailored to what you need. Learn with confidence.